All right, now let's move to the next piece of content in our page. So it's going to be a couple of sidebars. Okay, so you've got one on the left hand side and one on the right hand side. Okay, so let's go to our index.html file and create these sidebars. So following the introduction div, we are going to create another div. I'm going to give it an ID left sidebar. Okay, for this one. And then we're going to create another div. And that's going to be right sidebar. Okay. Okay, now we are going to style these sidebars. There will be some common properties between the two sidebars. So to make it easy and to save time, we are going to add a class, a common class to these sidebars. I'm going to call it sidebar. And we're going to use this class to add all the common styling between the sidebars. Okay. So, for example, both sidebars are going to have the same width and height. So let's use the class to style these. So that's going to be dot sidebar. And let's go for a height of 500 pixels and a width of 400. Okay. Now we want the left-hand side sidebar to flow to the left and the right sidebar to flow to the right. So let's access each one using its ID. So left sidebar, and I'm going to use the property float to the left, and the right sidebar is going to float to the right. Okay. Now if you go to our page, you won't see anything yet. Okay. Let's add a border property for both sidebars using the class. So let's pick up this color to style the border. Okay. So let's go for a width of 1 pixel, then a solid style, then the color that we copied to our clipboard. Okay. So now we can see both sidebars there. Okay. So let's add a bit more styling to them. So we can change the border radius so that we can get something like this. And let's set that to 10 pixels or 20 pixels. That looks okay. All right. Okay, now let's add some content inside our sidebars. So let's start with the left one. So we want to have a header, okay, or heading. So I'm going to use an H3, and I'm going to copy this text. Okay, and then we are going to have a list. It's going to be an unordered list, and inside the list we're going to have a list of links. Okay, so inside each list item we're going to have a link. So we can place an href if we want to. Okay, and then we're going to place some text inside the link. So the first one is going to be year 1, 3 lessons. Then I'm going to duplicate this. And then change text. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here we go. All right. And we're going to do the same thing for the other sidebar. Okay, so we're going to have a header. Okay, and then a list of links. Okay, place an href inside each link if you want to. Okay, and we can add some text there. Let's add this one. Okay, and let's just duplicate this. Okay, another one there, then another one, then another one. Okay, so now we've got all our contents in there. Okay, we just need to add some styling now. All right. So first, let's add some padding to our sidebars so that we can introduce a gap between the border and the header. By the way, there is a standard margin for headers. Okay, so the gap that we see at the top here is because of the standard margin of the header. Okay, so let's add some padding to our sidebars using the sidebar class. So we're going to use two values. So one for the top and bottom sides. I'm going to go for 10 pixels. And for the second value, I'm going to go for 20 pixels for the left and right hand sides. So let's make it a bit bigger, 30. And you can see that the gap there is the same now. All right. Also, let's change the width of the sidebar so that they are a little bit bigger. Okay, so 450 looks fine. Okay. And now let's style the headers or the headings inside the sidebars. Okay. So to do that, we are going to access the class sidebar, and then we are going to access the h3s inside the class. Okay, so first we're going to change the color to this purple color. Let's pick this one and change the color. Okay, and then let's change the font size. So let's try 25 pixels. Or slightly bigger, 30. Okay, and then okay, and now we're going to move to the list. Okay, so first we can see that our list doesn't have any bullet points there, and the reason why is because when we styled the first list earlier, we styled all the lists of our documents using the UL tag. Okay, so all the lists inside our documents, they have a list style of none. Now let's move to the links inside the lists, and to style these we are going to access the sidebar class first, and then the lists, and then list items, and then the link. Okay. If you do only the class followed by the link, it will still work. Okay. So, but let's just keep this syntax for now. We don't want our links to be underlined. So as we did before, we're going to change the text decoration to none. Okay, and now they're not underlined anymore. All right. And also we want a bigger font for our links. So we're going to change the font size to, let's try 15 pixels or 20. That looks fine. Okay. And for the color, let's use our ColorZilla to pick the color from here. Okay, so we can't use this color. Actually, it's the same color that we used for our menu. So just copy it from there. It's this one. All right. That looks okay now. All right, now let's style our links when they are hovered, okay? And then add the transition effect. So we are going to access the links inside the sidebar class, just like this. And we are going to add colon hover, okay? And we'll use the same style for the active links, okay? That's going to be a.active, like we did before, okay? So first, the text decoration is still going to be none, okay? And the color is going to change. So we're going to use the same color that we used for the menu links. Which is this one. Okay. And the font size is going to get bigger. Okay. So let's try 20 pixels. Or 23 pixels. Okay, that's better. And also we want the font weight to become bold. All right. Okay. And to add the transition effect, we're going to use exactly the same code we have used earlier. That we're going to add to the link styling. So we're just going to copy paste exactly the same code from there. Okay, so we're looking at the font size. We want the same duration and the same transition timing function. So here we go. And it looks all right. Okay. All right. Now let's add more styling to the left-hand side list. So if we look at our target styling, we'll see that we're going to need some space between the links. And we can do that in an easy way just by adding some padding to the list items. Okay. So we're going to access the list items inside the left-hand side bar. We're not going to use the class, we're going to use the ID of the sidebar. And that's left sidebar. Okay. And let's add some padding bottom of 5 pixels, for example, or 6. Okay. And that looks fine. Okay. All right. Now let's style our list using this picture. Okay. So first, let's go to the Logo Maker website and look for a similar picture. So we're going to search arrow. Okay, and let's get this one. And let's change the color to this color here. So let's pick it. There we go. Okay, and let's save this. And just don't forget to copy the author information using this button, okay, and place it somewhere in your website, okay. It could be in another page that you can link it to your website. All right, now I've got the file in my desktop, okay. I'm just going to change the name of the file to arrow, okay, and then I'm going to copy it inside my images. Okay, so if we use the picture just like this, it's going to be too big for our list items. So we're going to open it using Paint, like we did before, and we will resize our picture. So we're going to click on Resize, Pixels, and I'm going to go for 20 pixels. Since our text has got a size of 20 pixels, more or less. Okay, so let's save and close this. And now if we go to our list items, we can use the list style image property. Okay, and we will set that using the URL of the image, which is going to be in images, and then we're going to choose the arrow.png picture. Okay, and now if we look at our website, we can see the styling there. Okay, we're going to need to add more padding there. Okay, so let's go back to our list items and just add some padding left. And let's go for 5 pixels or 10 pixels. And that looks better. Okay. Okay, also we need to add a little bit more space on top of the list itself. So let's select the list. Okay, and give it some padding top. Of 8 pixels. That looks okay now. All right.